Hey, how you guys doing? It's Myster Lemba. I have a little quick thought that I want to share with you guys. It's regarding sayings. You know how people have sayings, right? And they always want to say something like, oh, this is a saying. We always say it, and you know, and they just go by it. They live by it. Like certain sayings that they come up with. I call this one the feminist, the blue pill, right? When they say behind every strong man is a strong woman. Not that it can't be true. It's just that the saying kind of assumes that a man cannot be strong without a strong woman. But that's not the saying I'm on today, right? The dumb saying of the day or of the century is, if you're not serious, take your hands off of another man's wife. If you're not serious, take your hands off of another man's future. Hey man, look here. Let me give you guys some wisdom. Because I know the thing about sayings is like culture. All right? Nobody questioned them. It's kind of like religion, right? See, I'm a spiritual man, but I don't do religion. See, nobody questions stuff like that. And it gets real foolish. You see, I remember when I was 13, real quick, I questioned Christianity. And I questioned the Bible, and I did research. Now, I'm a Bible believer, but that's through my research, right? But Christianity, nah, that's not for me. But my point is culture, religion, tradition, sayings. Those things, they have this cult type of mindset behind them. People follow them without looking into it deeper, right? And that saying is the most stupid saying. That saying of, if you're not serious about a woman, take your hands off of another man's wife. If you're not serious, take your hands off of another man's future. Are you people serious, man? You see, if our world actually had morals, if our world actually had some sense, if our society was about the true meaning of marriage, wife and husband, if they were about what it truly means for a woman to be honored as a wife, then they would understand that if a woman is actually under another man's hands and she's not forced to be there, if she is available sexually to another man that is not her husband, she is no longer qualified to be anyone's wife. You see, a lot of you guys are falling into the mindset of thinking, well, nowadays, man, the idea of a woman being a virgin is long gone. You see, just because whoredom have taken over the land, and I hate to make this sound like a biblical scripture, but whoredom has taken over the land. Just because that is the case does not mean it is now the norm or the fact. It just means it is a problem. It is a plague. It is a disease. See, the women have it twisted, and some of you brothers have bought into the foolishness. You see, with what audacity can a chick go around giving up her body to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, to 10, 20, 50, 60, 70 men, probably add some children of these wicked men on top of that, and then present herself as some man's future? Man, if this woman is your future is death. Hear me and hear me clearly, man. This woman is a grave where many bodies have been put to rest. And her soul is tainted, not just her body. Her mind is tainted, not just her body. And you, my friend, you, my brother, if you mess with her, she'll take you down with her too. See, this is deep. This is deeper than just the womb imprint. This is deeper than just the soul ties. This is deeper than the esoteric teachings of what a woman can and cannot do sexually, and what are the repercussions. This is deep. This is deeper than the Gnostic teachings. This is deep. When a woman says, Oh, I'm with you. I'm with this guy, whoever he is. And I'm just going to fool around. And if he cannot commit to me, then I'm going to walk away because I'm some man's future. Oh my goodness, man. If we just think about the stupidity, how bad that sounds. Like a few brothers on YouTube said, I think the brother Ringo TV Raw, he said one time, if a woman took a rag, a towel, and wiped her vagina after she slept with many, many men, and then she washed that towel, she washed it thoroughly, and she tell you now it's washed, it is dried, heck, she even ironed it, would you use it to wipe your face? The answer is no. And my brother Black Ram, at Black Ram 313, Black Ram for Vengeance, he said, would you use another man's fleshlight? Even if he cleaned it well after using it multiple times? The answer is no. So in this channel, I teach brothers to respect themselves. I teach brothers honor. I teach brothers to claim their power, their throne, the very essence of being a man, the very essence of being masculine, the very essence of what you're supposed to be. So I ask you, is it okay that you wed a woman who slept with 50 men? Can she really be a man's future after she got hands put on her? Willfully, she allowed this to happen with multiple men, picking up different pieces of their characteristics and personalities and framing herself into a person that is not about pushing your agenda. Because as a man, a woman is to amplify your agenda. She is to push your agenda. She is your help me, designed to be with one man and one man only. Now, if you brothers think I'm here teaching you some fairy tale, if you think I'm here pushing something that is unreachable, think again. Nothing I do on this channel is by mistake. Everything I do is planned out. A woman I once dated called me meticulous. Yeah. It was interesting because she really thought it through. Not many women do that. But I do think about every little detail of what I do. Nothing that I do is by mistake. Not on my channel, not when I'm teaching. I'm not saying I don't make mistakes. But when I'm teaching, if I make a mistake, it is with sincerity, not just to quote Malcolm X. Because I am sincere with my brothers. It is important what I say. If you are a brother in your 40s, 30s, and 20s, oh man, do not buy into what the society is teaching you. Do not just accept what is given to you. Like I said before, I'm a man that travels. I've been outside the country. I've seen other women. I've seen women in their 30s that are virgins. Not because something's wrong with them. No, man, no. They are that way because the men are either not serious or they don't want to just start having babies in poverty. They're waiting for men like you. If you are willing to go that route and have a woman by your side, whether or not you choose to marry according to the system or not. And if you do choose to marry according to the system, I will be teaching soon some legal ways not to fall into the traps of the system, even though you got married according to the system. I don't want to get too much off topic. I just wanted to trigger something deep within your soul, something deep within your mind, something to awaken you from the cult, which is culture, which is tradition, which is religion, which is nationalism. Things like this type of group think, this egregore, they call it in the esoteric Gnostic teachings. Hope I pronounced that right. I think the word is French. But either way, this groupthink, man, we got to step outside this brainwashing. You know what's funny? If you don't believe the brainwashing is big, if you don't believe the brainwashing is huge, right? Test this out. If you live in America, walk into a bar, see a few guys talking, order yourself a beer, have a cold one, look at them and say, you know what? This is a great country. And I guarantee you 90 to 99% of everybody in there agrees with you. Now, I'm not saying the country is not great. I'm just trying to point to you how the mindset, the groupthink works. If you walk up to a group of people and you tell them in the Western world, anywhere in the Western world, that there is no reason, there is never a good reason to ever hit a woman, and I guarantee you, they all will agree. Now, I'm not saying go hit a woman. I'm not saying it's good to do so. I am just saying you could automatically know and assume what everybody's going to think. Because we have a group think. Certain things are pushed on us, so we think a certain way. You see? But no one asks, what if America caused poverty for millions of people around the world in other countries by exploiting their resources? Is that still a great country? Now, this is just hypothetical questions, people. Please do not hate me, my dear patriotic gentlemen. But what if somebody said, there is never a good reason to hit a woman? But what if that woman actually, you came home and you find out that she killed your son that you had with the woman before her, your son that is not her son, her stepson, because she was angry at him, because he reminds her of your ex? Is it still not a good reason? I'm sorry to give you guys the extremes, but I just want to make you think deeper. I want to wake you up from these sayings, these cult-like thinkings, these group-like thinkings. Because we seem to think it is okay that a woman can freely say, get on Facebook, get on Twitter, or any platform. Title, I just dumped my boyfriend. Why? Because he's not serious. He wouldn't put a title to what we had going on. Well, what you had going on is sexual. So she says, if a man is not serious, take your hands off of another man's wife. So you mean to tell me you just gave your body for about a decade, maybe 2 years, maybe almost 2 decades to a man. You gave your womb, your ovaries, and you birthed his child. And then you truly believe that you are some man's wife, some man's future. And then this wicked society will call that man that obtained such a used and abused vessel, they will call that man a lucky man. Oh man, it is good to take the red pill, isn't it, my brothers? Isn't it just great that we took that red pill and we continue to take it every day? You see, you have women who are used and abused, with attitudes that don't cook, that don't clean, that won't iron, that won't wash clothing. Women that won't compromise their career or go part-time in order to nurture the children they bring forth, are lining up and pressuring men into marrying them. But aren't we doing the good women some kind of wrong? Aren't we mistreating the way that they held on? These women who are in other countries, who are raised with morals and not money. Women who wear 2 different color sandals because that's all their family could afford, instead of having Jordans. But those women would not dishonor their father's homes. They grow into their late 20s. Some make it into their 30s. Some make it into almost their 40s. But they will hold it down. They believe in respecting themselves. They believe in honoring their husbands, nurturing their children, being respectful, loving the so-called nice guys, men who are responsible. Aren't we doing something wrong to those women by leaving them out there instead of being with women like that? And I will teach you how to keep them that way, meaning in attitude, before the poison of this society reached them too. So stay locked into the channel, man. But we're doing something wrong to these women by leaving them and picking up these Ah, man, let me just keep it clean. By picking up these so-called women in these societies, so backwards that they proudly spit out sentences, sayings like, if you're not serious, keep your hands off of another man's wife. The same woman who did that, who said this saying 50 times and then told you, the sucker, it was only 2 guys. Yeah, man. She says this after the one night stand, after waking up next to some guy and not even sure how she got there because she was so drunk and throwing up, and her homegirl laying in the living room of the same house with the homeboys of that dude. Can't even find her panties. Probably left them at the club bathroom where he handled business and then took her to the house and finished the rest. You see, call me negative, man, but this is the reality of the world we live in, man. Not the world, I should say, but our world, meaning our societies, man. Red pill men, don't be fooled, man. Because when you wife up a whore, your life, man, your life will be miserable. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, these stupid sayings, wake up, man. Wake up. Don't fall for these stupid sayings, man. These are the same stupid sayings like man up. You know what I'm saying? No matter what a woman does, man up. Be positive. No, man. See, I'm not being negative. See, that's another problem I have with people, right? Be positive. They like to say that dumb-ish. Be positive. I'm not being negative, man. I'm speaking about reality. You see? So if what I'm saying sounds negative, it is because our reality, our society, which is what I'm speaking on and about, is a bunch of negativity. So if you want to speak positive, let us change it by our actions. So what can we do? Every woman that is out of line, out of shape, mentally, physically, spiritually, in every way, that would not cooperate, respect themselves, or us, we shall leave them out here like stale chips, man. Yeah, we gonna leave them out here like stale chips. No ring, no wedding, no childhood fantasy come true, no white gowns, and no children. And if they already have children, or you have children with one, it shall be the last time, because we men are marching on a different direction, man. We marching that Mgtow way. We marching that Ibmor way. That SYSBM way. This is Myster Lemba. Don't fall for these stupid sayings. If you're not serious, take your hands off of another man's wife. Really? You're no longer wife quality, baby girl. To all my brothers, stay strong, stay red pill, stay Mgtow, Ibmor, SYS, BM, and all the other red pill brothers and groups of the manosphere. Myster Lemba, out.